Alright, here we go again with another initial D car. Even I'm getting a little bit tired of making these, but there's just way too many of them that are way too cool. So anyway, this time around we have the Grim Reaper GTR. Just a couple disclaimers before we get started. The build is not 100% accurate. It's probably like way overpowered, so let's get into that. Like this car most definitely did not have 819 horsepower, but I'm just kind of going for these cars to look the way they did in the show and drive the way they did. But anyway, let's get into this. It's got stock and stock. Stock front bumper, the Forza Aero rear wing, stock rear bumper, stock side skirts. Then we have the slick race tire compound, stock front tire width, stock rear tire width. For wheels, we have the Fisk Profile 5S. This car just looks menacing. Okay, so max front track width, max rear track width. Then we have the race clutch, the race transmission, race driveline, and race differential. Then for braking, we have the race brakes, race suspension, race front and rear anti-rolls, no roll cage, and race weight reduction. Oops. Race intake, race fuel system, race ignition, race valves, race twin turbo, race pistons, race displacement, race intercooler, race oil and cooling, and race flywheel. Sorry if you guys can hear my fan. California is going through a bit of a heat wave right now, and it's very hot out, and gotta have the fan going. So anyway, for the tire pressure, you want 32 in the front and 35 in the rear. Gearing, 2.20 final drive, 4.14. Did I leave the gear stock? That's crazy. Anyway, if I did it for a reason. I must have tested it and it drove funky. 414 first, 267 second, 182 third, 133 fourth, 1 fifth, 0.80 sixth. Okay, so I did alter it a little bit, it's not as much as the other cars. Anyway, alignment, the camber, you want -3 in the front, -2 in the rear. For toe, you want 1.0 out. And then -1.5 in the rear with a front caster angle of 5. Then your anti-rolls, you want 25 in the front, 15.5 in the rear. Springs, 378 in the front and 493.4 in the rear. Ride height 8.1 front and back. For your damping, the rebound, you want 8.4 in the front, 13.2 in the rear. And then for your bump, you want 5.6 in the front, 8.8 in the rear. Aero, you want the rear wing to be at like the R in cornering, or like 3 or 380. Braking, for your balance, you want 48 towards the rear, it looks like. And for your pressure, you want 100%. Diff, 32 in on accel in the front, and then 15 decel. Then rear, you want 70 accel, 31 decel, and then your center balance to be 72% towards the rear. Based on that tune, I'd say I didn't alter it that much, but I'd say I definitely altered it from stock, that is. Anyway, we're gonna go up to the mountain. We're gonna do a cool little race here. This car, I feel like could have used a little more screen time because it's a really sick car, but unfortunately it did lack screen time. But sick car, very pivotal car, character defining moments. Anyway, before we get going, I'm gonna launch this thing, and when we finally get all of these cars done, we're gonna race them all downhill, see which one's the quickest. And another thing is, in the drift zone, I'm more than likely not gonna score very high because this isn't really a drift car. It just has the capability of doing so. I feel like this car might be one of the faster ones downhill. Okay, here we go. I'm about to come up on a hairpin here after this. This is where it gets interesting right here. Yeah, that's pretty smooth, pretty smooth. I think I might have got on the gas a hair late. That's my bad. I braked a little late.
You have arrived early. Horizon Arcade will begin soon.
It's fine if I go a little off the road right there, because you kind of have to take that really wide to stick it the whole way through. But we're coming up on the most difficult corner on this entire mountain, and it's this hairpin. Ooh, and I just took it almost flawlessly. Alright. Man, I think this might be like my favorite one out of the like initial D cars, because this thing is just smooth. Smooth ride the whole way down. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. We're gonna do some donuts. That's how we end all the videos here. We're gonna end up in an epic way.